Welcome everybody to a Switch 2 unboxing. This is gonna be a long one, right? Everybody's joining me on stream right now. It's just a hangout. We're just hanging out. We're gonna open the box. I have so much stuff here, right? We got the Switch 2. And then we're gonna use everything for comparison. I couldn't find my other Gamecube controller. If my wife is watching this, she's gonna be pissed. And she's gonna come home. She's gonna be like, where's that Gamecube controller? And I'm gonna look for it after stream, but I couldn't find it. We got another Switch. We were very fortunate. We got the bundle. This one's for my wife. I know you were thinking, oh, maybe he's gonna do a giveaway. I can't do that. I can't do that. We got, oh, there we go. The Pro Controller. And what just came in 20 minutes ago, I watched this guy walk up, came in clutch. Last thing, the wireless Gamecube controller. All right. So, what I was saying before, GameStop messed up 100 switches, hundreds of switches is what the article says, from stapling the receipt to the box. Mine didn't do that. They were great. They put a sticker. Switch 11. I was number 57 in line, right? I can see why they messed up a whole bunch of screens. Literally, it's just, here we are. So we're gonna go ahead and take this out. Gonna inspect it. If you are getting Switch 2, which is crazy, there's a bunch of pictures and stuff like that of they're being stocked at Target and everything. So day one, like, you might be able to pull up and grab one. They are only allowing one person, one unit per person. So, all right, we got the controllers. I went to Best Buy, but I didn't get there in time for the, there was a challenge coin that they had too. HDMI cable. Ultra high speed. Yeah, right. We'll see about that. Got our little mouse holders, which I've been hearing the mouse is kind of fun to use. I'll be using that for Metroid. Gonna throw this to the side. Fully prepared to clean up my office. Charging cable, which to me looks very small. So I guess I'm upgrading that off the bat. We'll see. But I do like this. I do like this. Nice charging block. Here's the other one for comparison. Oh, the other one's plugged in. I can't do it. Give me 1 second. Let me grab my trash bag. I'm excited to watch my wife open up hers and watch the joy. Oh, they did give us one. I didn't think so. Oh, no. Okay, there's a charging one too. Dude, already these things feel huge. And then this is what I really wanted, right? I was fine with the Switch. I said, give me an upgraded dock. Can you upscale the dock, please? Look at that. It's a beefcake. It's slick. The USB ports. How do I open this? At the top, like that. Oh, it just pops off. Marshall says that I look hot and sexy. What's up, Sil? Miss you guys. And tell him, shut up, baby. I know it. That right there. Hold on. I'm trying to get it in the camera view. Right there. Lifesaver. I'm so done with that freaking dongle on the back that didn't solve anything. Okay, question is it easy to put back on? Yeah, it is. The front feels flimsy too. It feels like it can come off, but I know it's not supposed to because of the gloss on the inside. So, fans at the bottom, which is great. Hold on 1 second. my other dock for comparison too. Let me just get the box out of the way so we can all just admire. So we're gonna put that away. I always keep my box, I know. You don't need your console box. I keep it for like a month and then it's out. What's your address real quick? I'm gonna steal one. Dang. He just wants my address so he can just steal one, not to hang out. That's crazy. What's cool also is that my friend Tyler got one yesterday too. And he and I have been talking about, we'll see if we can do it. I want to stream Metroid Prime like in its entirety, but with him because he's a big Metroid fan. So we could just talk Metroid together. All right. There we go. I'm going to switch up my lighting a little bit. Actually, tilt this down. All right. I'll switch to. I don't remember where I got these. I think D-Brand. But all my Switch docks are themed, except for my OLED Splatoon one. But this is the original Switch dock, right? So you got one USB port, USB-C for the AC power, and HDMI out. No breathability. I remember when I got mine like a month in, they put this off to the side. They told you to put it sideways. There was people saying, put it sideways so the switch, the airflow from the fans could come out. So already they did say they improved it. And they did. Right? There's a lot of room in here. I mean, you can see through the holes there too. So I'm excited to see. I mean, I hope it doesn't get too hot. I hope it doesn't end up sounding like, they said it has the power of a PS4 Pro. Hopefully it doesn't sound like a PS4 Pro and take off on us, right? So, all right. I'm gonna put this to the side. Put these to the side. Like so. I'm gonna take out these. I'm sorry, my Switch is dirty. And here we have our new Switch. Now, if you get one of these, Nintendo has come out and said that there is a protective film on the Switch. And last minute they told people, do not peel that film off. It is to protect the screen. So it comes with a flimsy screen protector. Apparently a lot of video game reviewers didn't even notice it at the live events when they went to go play it, the hands-on events. So I can't really tell at all either. But if you see yours, don't peel it because apparently it messes up the screen. If you get a screen protector, you're supposed to put the screen protector on top of the film. So in comparison, this is the Switch OLED, by the way. Now in the future, this is what the Switch DS will look like. Right? I can totally see them doing this. That would be kind of sick. But anyway, you can see how much more we got. Sides. This thing is like, this thing grew up full on adult. So we have our normal on the Switch OLED. Normal game cartridge. Which game do I have in here right now? Mario Party Jamboree. Pop that back in there. Switch is actually about to die, so whatever. Audio port. The only thing I'm gonna miss is I had the Splatoon one, man. Look at that. I'm gonna miss it. Oh yeah, actually, I always forgot. I never used the kickstand. But the kickstand went pretty far on this. Not too bad. Switch 2 also has a nice thinner kickstand. This feels like you could break it. But it sits up really nice. But yeah, compared to everything else, that's probably the flimsiest part. So if you got kids, look out. All right, Joy-Cons. Already, man. This feels great. I did buy something from D brand, and it's gonna be a thing that goes on my Joy-Cons, and it gives it like that wrap around, kind of like for my kind of like the Steam Deck, right? And then I'm also waiting for Deckmate, which Deckmate is, I'm sure you've seen, if you get video game advertisements, it's the people that have like the pillow on their lap. It's actually a great purchase. All right, I bought one. But yeah, Joy-Con comparison. That's crazy. All right, here we go. We're going to turn down the music so we can hear the... All right. So it goes like this. And that was actually very satisfying to do. Has the button on the back to bring the magnet apart, right? Yeah. Wow. Oh, right there. Okay. So, and it just takes it from me. And look at that. I'm sure you can see a whole bunch of videos of other people doing this. Cool, but I'm late to the party, so I couldn't believe. I'm one of those people that watch other people do things, and I'm like, I don't believe that, and it works. Oh my god! All right. So now that we got that, we'll bring up the music again. All right. So now that we got that, we're gonna put these away. We're going to bring out our other friends. We're going to put these back on. I'm so happy that they got rid of this slide thing. Like, there's play in this. In these. This one, solid. We'll see what happens in a couple months. Maybe I'll do another, like, maybe I'll do, like, Switch 2 in 3 months. Whatever. All right, so I got these, and we can't forget about this. My baby. All right. So, weight comparison. I am not fancy. I don't have a scale. I do have a food scale, but I don't think it'll work out as well. Sorry, dog hair is bugging me. It is pretty hefty. Like I said, I kind of wish my wife was here so I can get her input, because the Switch itself is smaller. If it, like, for me, it was still good. I don't have big hands, really. I have meaty hands, I guess. Big meaty claws. But it's not too bad. This guy, after a while, when you're laying in bed, you're like this. And you're playing. This thing, if it falls on your face, you're hurting your face pretty bad. All right. But it is hefty. It has a good weight to it. Like I said, I have my little beanbag pillow. So in comparison to the Switch, I can't really tell difference weight wise. Switch 2 is a little bit lighter. Now for my Portal's lighter. Ooh. I don't know how Steam does it though, or Valve, sorry, does it. But to me, the Steam Deck, maybe it's because of the grips, but to me, the Steam Deck is still the lightest thing. I remember if you followed the podcast that I did with my friend Yendi and Alan, Last Place Fire Team, And I gave them the Switch, or I gave them the Steam Deck. They were surprised at how light the Steam Deck was. Now, of course, PS Vita, I just put in here for scale because this is how we used the game. Look how tiny the buttons are, right? This is ridiculous. But we used to love this thing, man. It was great. You could freaking plop it easily in your hand, in your pocket, whatever. But even this, even the PS Vita, is still heavier than... No, that's not possible. It's light for sure, but if to me, Steam Deck still wins on the light scale. No hate to Switch 2. I like the firmness. I like the sturdiness. The clicks sound great. The buttons itself don't feel squishy, which is nice. Where's that C button? C button's there. I mean, even on the Switch itself, analog feels more. Yeah, the Joy-Cons I didn't have a problem with either. All right, we'll end it with turning it on, but we're not ending it yet. So that's the weight comparison. I know, small and featured, but like I said, this thing is my like I love my Steam Deck. We might be switching teams after the Xbox showcase because the rumor is that the next ROG Ally is supposed to have the Xbox support, and I love Xbox, but still, I love that they were able to implement the paddles here because I'm a big paddle person, even with my controller here, which is why I went for the Switch Pro controller, Switch 2 Pro controller, because everybody's adding paddles. I think everybody should have paddles. I've been gaming with paddles since I think the PS3. No, PS4. No. Yeah, PS4. That's about right. So as we get along, we're going to keep pushing our stuff to the side. I'll tell you what, I'll be right back because I got to go get another comparison tool. Boom. The next thing we are going to open is the controller. All right. This one, we are going to need a blade. Here's my pup. Oh, I'm sorry, Mama. You can take the bean bag. Take the bean bag. Come on. She's so sweet. Good girl. All right, so as we get this open. Oh, my box was damaged. I didn't even notice that. All right. Comes with a cable, USB-C cable, which, again, what is going on with these guys? And by these guys, I mean the industry in general. Why are we getting... Who's gaming 8 inches away from the TV anymore? TVs are bit... Oh, well... I'm sorry, Nintendo. It's a good length. It's a good length. It's not bad. When it's bundled up, it looks smaller. We're gonna put this back in there. All right. Original Pro controller. Well, this is the Tears of the Kingdom one. Right. Still love it. I miss the paddles. All right. Every time I grab a controller with no paddles, I feel lost. And this thing is for my charger that I have. It just connects to it. All right. Ooh. So Nintendo really said the Switch 2's the adult now. It's time to grow up. This one feels very nice. Another thing that's going on the ground. It feels great. This one, they put like a, I'll bring it up closer to the camera. It's kind of like a stickier grip on the sides, on the back. Up, focus. There we go. Right. Feels good. This one has like a silk, like satin kind of, it just feels good. Not as grippy as this one, I will say. This one has good grip. But they gave us our paddles. I'm trying to click into them. The paddles are little squishier to my liking, right? If you look at this if you're looking at my camera here, it's not bad. Oh my God, the analog sticks though feel great. But this again, I'm a skeptical person. This is all straight out of the box. Of course, it's gonna feel great out of the box. What is it gonna feel like down the road, right? But we have our chat button. We have a beautiful freaking port there that's gonna for audio. I'm surprised that they didn't announce their own headset. I thought they were gonna announce a Switch headset, but they didn't. But yeah, like I said, the paddles are good. I like that they're there, but compared to my Xbox paddles, this one's like, you know what I mean? It's a button. So you can hear here. You can see it there. Right? And again, these are squishy. And then to my, I forgot the name of the PS5 controller one though. This one, I would say it's close to that. It's close to the PS5 controller. This one's still a little clicky. And this one's a little bit squishier, but I get it. It's like, it's built into the controller. Like when you grab it, you don't even feel the buttons there, which is really nice. This is like if your fingers are resting, you're gonna feel it there. And sometimes with this controller specifically, with the PS5 controller, I'll accidentally hit a button, and whatever I have mapped to it, like I stopped mapping like heels and stuff like that to it, because I'll sometimes accidentally use it. This one I don't feel. This one you could probably do the same thing, but there's more intent to press. But it's more of a natural, like you can't even see that well, you could see a little bit, but I'm like trying to press all of a sudden, but you're not seeing me like full on press in. And then my Xbox controller for competitive stuff, I'm like consistently moving around. All right. So we got the Switch 2 Pro controller out of the way. Bang! All right. On to our last thing, which, like I said, I don't have the comparison tool of like my other GameCube controller right now, because I didn't look before the stream. But this is the GameCube controller. This one, I gotta say, in general, Nintendo did a great job with releases. People are always gonna complain about how the releases are bad and on scalping and all this stuff. You can't stop the scalpers all the time, but I feel like this go around was the best they've done it, in my opinion. I did miss my Nintendo Switch pre-order like from the website because I signed up and I did get the email and it was in my spam account. So check that. Luckily, I had 2 pre-ordered already, but I missed. I mean, if it wasn't for that, like, and I went and saw my email, I would have been very upset. This one specifically too. You had to be a Switch Online. The fact that you had to have Switch Online, I get it, for a year, and it's like, oh well, that's kind of crappy. They should just look at your account and see that you have a Switch account, and I would say have more than 20 hours played or, you know, something like that. But instead they were like, no, you have to have this amount of time played and you have to have Switch Online consistently for a year or whatever. And my account met that requirement. But the same thing went for the GameCube controller. You had to have a Switch account and you got an invite, and whenever, or not an invite, but I joined the queue line. Everybody got one, and it was very easy. It didn't crash on me. Like whenever I pre-ordered the Best Buy controller, or no, the Best Buy, whenever we pre-ordered the Switch 2 on Best Buy, I waited for 2 hours. I was up. My wife got in within, I want to say 30, 40 minutes she was in, and we both clicked at the same time, and the website crashed and it kicked me out and I lost it completely. Like I tried to re-log back in, it wouldn't let me in. And then she re-logged back in. She did it again and it popped up for her, but of course it said like, hey, you already have one, so you can't pre-order another one. But it let her back in. I never even saw the screen to check out. It was crazy. Oh, okay. I don't think that was supposed to fall off. Get this out of here. All right. Am I just grabbing it out of there? Sure. Ah, come on. There it is. More cables. Never have enough cables. I always just put them in backpacks and stuff like that too. All right. The GameCube controller. Super light. Oh my God. I immediately love this thing. Oh. Look, the C button. The triggers. The chunky triggers. This is solid. This is just the GameCube controller. It feels great. It's wireless. It's nice. I love it. USB-C. Sorry, USB-C. We got our little chat button here. I'm interested to see how many times I'm gonna use that, but we'll see. But I really like this thing. I almost got the N64 one too, but the N64 one sold out whenever that first came out, and I just never seemed to need have a use for it. All right. But again, I don't have something, to me, it feels like a normal GameCube controller. If I had my other one here, I would be able to compare. But it feels good. The Z button feels more stiff, which I kind of like. It's like, it feels like a mouse click. So, all right. With that, it is time to power up the Switch. The Switch 2. All right. How do I want to do this? We want to listen to the sound together, right? So I'm going to bring my microphone low. All right. The moment of truth. It almost sounds like, where's the speaker at? It Almost sounds like my lo-fi music that I was listening to. Lo-fi, sorry. Okay, you can transfer data from your Switch to the Switch 2. Okay, so now we're at a point where I think that will conclude the video because all the rest is set up. All right, that is the Switch 2. It's awesome so far. The Gamecube controller is a huge highlight. I really like it a lot. The Pro controller, I like it. Back button's a little squishy. All right. Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons feel sturdy. They feel great. Doesn't feel like it's going to shake out of there. The Switch in general, it's not heavy. It feels great. I think they missed the opportunity again to all these handheld people to just put a little bump on the back, but there's third-party stuff for that, and they already knew that. So it's probably hey, the third parties will fix that for us. Why not? Overall, I'm very excited for this console. I will be streaming Mario Kart. I'll probably be streaming it in a little bit while I'm waiting for the charity stream for J-Rod. And then we are in the Switch 2 era starting today. So we will be waiting for, I'm going to get Deltarune chapters 3 and 4 that came out today. We're going to get more announcements this weekend. If you didn't know, this weekend is Summer Game Fest. That's going to be going on. We got the Xbox Showcase on Sunday. That's going to happen, and we're going to see what comes from that. We had the PlayStation State of Play yesterday. So there's a lot of gaming news coming out this weekend. And I will try to stream more so we can just chit chat about it. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I say, hopefully I can get another video out, but this one, I was like, I want to unbox the Switch 2 with everybody. I like recording it for more of an archival purpose, right? So I'll get my content out there when I can, because right now it's just, I'm doing it for fun. And follow me on, I'm on Blue Sky now. I'm not really on Twitter anymore, but I post on Facebook, Cold Fever 594, Instagram, Cold Fever 594, and YouTube. And then just follow me on Twitch for alerts and all that stuff. And I will talk to you guys later.